Live from our 7 Tasmania studios, your nightly news with Michael Maney begins now.
The major parties continue to trade blows as both grapple with negotiations to form government. One Tasmanian Labor MP claiming he was left out of a briefing to increase TT Line's borrowing capacity, a statement the Liberals flatly deny.
Just 24 hours after accusing Jeremy Rockcliffe of not being transparent and concealing the Marinus Link business case, Labor has a new bone to pick.
We asked for a briefing during the election campaign because we had concerns that TT Line would need from Treasury an increase in their borrowing limit.
Guy Barnett confirmed yesterday that TT Line would need additional temporary borrowings, but Labor claims it was left out of that conversation and that Josh Willie was only informed after a decision was made.
There was no consultation, there was no briefing, there was no forewarning. We had asked for that. We had been refused during the election campaign.
A Liberal spokesperson says Josh Willie was briefed on July 26 and the decision announced the same day. It's as Tasmanians wait to see the contents of the business case for the Marinus Link project. The Liberals unable to say specifically when it will be released. It's another sore spot for Labor despite a previous proposal to sell Tasmania's portion to the Victorian government.
Decisions that are being made that will impact on future governments need to be all of that information released to both the opposition and the government.
The Liberals say they're doing exactly what's required. Ruby Cairns, 7 Tasmania News.
The SES has answered 18 requests for help in just 24 hours after an intense low-pressure system descended on Tasmania's east coast, bringing heavy rain. Watch and act alerts remain in place at St Paul's River and for the South Esk River between Fingal and Avoca.
This time of the year, the rivers are already quite wet, so they don't take much to actually respond to the rain.
While some homes experienced flooding or storm damage, none of it was severe and crews wrapped up work quickly. The SES, meanwhile, is urging Tasmanians to clear their gutters and drains to prevent minor flooding and avoid unnecessary call-outs. As Donate Life Week shines a spotlight on the power of organ donation, 2 young Tasmanians have shared their deeply personal journeys. Their stories highlighting the life-changing impact of saying yes to donation and the urgent need for more Australians to register.
At just 14 years old, Brooke was diagnosed with kidney disease. By 22, both were failing and dialysis became her new normal.
I couldn't enjoy my life. I just didn't feel well enough to. I couldn't eat properly, couldn't do a lot of things. I couldn't do my everyday tasks without feeling tired.
But 3 years ago, Brooke got the call she had been waiting for, and within hours she was flown to Melbourne for a life-changing transplant.
I'm able to get up, see a sunrise, enjoy my day. I'm able to plan out my life now, which is something I was not able to do before.
While Brooke got her second chance, others are still waiting. More than 1,800 people are on the organ transplant waitlist across Australia, including 28-year-old Kewen, after his kidneys began to fail 6 years ago.
I try not to think about it too much, and I try to keep myself busy with other things.
This week is Donate Life Week, a national push to raise awareness and boost donor registrations. And while there's something to be proud of for Tasmanians,
we've had a record number of donors last year of 25, which at a rate per million of population is actually one of the best in the world.
Nationally, there's more work to do.
Currently 36% of adults in Australia, people 16 years and older, are registered. If we could increase that to 50%, that would result in more than 200 additional people receiving organ transplants each year.
For Brooke and Kewen, the message is simple.
It changes people's lives. Not only mine, but my family, my close friends, everyone around me as well.
You can change someone's life. Well, you changed my life. Anyway, yeah.
To become a donor, head to the Donate Life website. Lily Thompson, 7 Tasmania News.
Trains of all shapes and sizes were on show at this weekend's Model Railway exhibition in Longford. Now in its third year, the event doubles as a fundraising effort to return a piece of local history back to its former glory.
Pulling into the station for the third time, the Longford Model Railway exhibition not only showcasing local talent, but prompting nostalgia.
The memory is what you create for people, and that's what, when people come to train shows, that's the connection you make with them. It's that memory.
Most of the trees in this display made from roadside weeds.
It is an expensive hobby, but there are ways to make it a bit cheaper, and trees are certainly one of them.
First held in 2021, the now biennial event growing each time its tracks are laid.
But we've got 3 or 4 new exhibits this year, so it's great to see the interest continuing.
The showcase forms part of a broader community effort, with today's entry fees going towards an interpretation board for the nearby Longford Railway Bridge. When construction wrapped in 1870, the bridge featured a maximum span between its supports of 61 metres, one of the longest in the country. But it was arguably better known for its ornate pillars, which had to be removed in the 1960s to allow wider carriages to use the line. Another 60 years on, the community is close to bringing them back.
We're now very excited because we've got the columns rebuilt for the western side, and they'll be going on the bridge, back on the bridge from hopefully before Christmas.
Ensuring Longford's rich history is preserved for all to see. Aaron Smith, 7 Tasmania News.
A band of bush care volunteers are using National Tree Day to fight back against a weedy invader, spending the morning planting native grass, returning critical ground cover for some little locals.
This area was once overrun by a highly invasive European weed.
There's been a dedicated effort by council crews and bush care volunteers to remove the mignonette.
Now volunteers are spending National Tree Day replacing it with native plants.
Kangaroo grass, which is thamada, and lomandras, and that helps provide habitat for ground-dwelling animals,
including the threatened eastern barred bandicoot.
Bandicoots need to be able to hide from predators, and there are cats on the domain, so they've got to be on the lookout for those.
Hobart Council alone has 14 bush care groups, and statewide some 7,000 people volunteer to efforts like this one.
The sun's shining, it's not too cold, and you warm up quickly doing the work.
While there's a push to get more hands on deck, you might have to bring your own shovel.
If too many people turned up, we probably wouldn't have enough gear.
Some have been helping for decades, growing a friendly community, and it's not just bandicoots who reap the benefits.
This is a great activity for people. It's great for physical and mental health.
If you want to get involved, there's more than 300 land care groups across the state, so check out the Landcare Tasmania website to find your local group.
You can see a result at the end of it. You look around various things, and I can say I've planted some of those bushes and trees.
Billy Gibbons, 7 Tasmania News.
It's season over for the Hobart Chargers after a valiant effort against Sandringham came up short. The Island team wrapping up their NBL 1 season in the first week of finals.
A tough end to the season. The Hobart Chargers knocked out in finals week 1. Facing off against the Sandringham Sabres, the men's side quickly found themselves trailing the home team.
Hot start for Hobart.
Sunshine Bird puts it on the deck and gets to the ring.
The Chargers were quick to answer, scoring 25 points by the end of the first quarter.
Switching it up. Yeah. Finds a way to get it to go down.
But in such a high-scoring game, that wasn't enough. Hobart continuing to trail, their 6-point deficit extending to 13 points by half-time.
Lobs up.
Oh, there it is.
Throw down by Angerstein.
We've been waiting for it.
Sabres guard Ben Eyre keeping Tasmania at bay with 36 points of his own. The Victorian preparing for a stint with the Jack Jumpers after signing a 2-year deal. It was the same story in the second half, with the Chargers unable to catch the growing lead.
Barlow for 3, he's already hit 1.
Big hit, big hit from the coach.
Finishing up the game 98 to 111 at the final siren. Aaron Smith, 7 Tasmania News.
Good evening. Hobart 16 degrees today. Launceston climbed to 15. It was 13 in Devonport and 14 in Burnie. Friendly Beaches are high with 17, Grove and Bushy Park 16. 15 on Flinders, King Island, Low Head, St Helens and Strawn all 14. 13 at Smithton and 8 degrees in Lyoweeney. A low centre near King Island extended a series of cloud bands over northern Tasmania today, 87 millimetres falling at Longley. A broad area of low pressure will approach Tasmania with low centres surrounding King Island. Tomorrow, the low pressure system is destined to move to the southeast of the state with a series of troughs imminent to cross the island. West-southwesterly winds 10 to 20 knots, although southerly 20 to 30 knots about the west. Winds tending south-southwesterly, building up to 30 knots during the late afternoon and evening, with swells increasing to 2.5 metres in the west. There is a strong wind warning tomorrow for coastal waters between Wineglass Bay to St Helens Point. We also have a moderate flood warning for the South Esk River, also a flood warning for the Coal River and a flood watch for parts